Hey, good morning. It's Diana Alpong in for Patricia Murphy. It's Monday. This is Seattle Now. A lot of us embraced the stretch pants and a cozier dress code during 2 years of working from home. But now, with employers calling people back to their desks, you might be wondering, is it okay for me to wear a slanket in the office? We're getting expert advice on what's allowed and not allowed in the new workplace from Nordstrom's Shea Jensen. But first, let's get you caught up. More solidarity with Ukraine and calls for Russia to stop its invasion over the weekend. King 5 reports that hundreds of people showed up at Seattle Center on Saturday to show support for those impacted overseas. The Space Needle was lit up in blue and yellow all weekend, along with the Pacific Science Center and Climate Pledge Arena. One local business has had enough and is steering clear of downtown over safety concerns. Pierogi bakery owner Olga Sagan has been sounding the alarm about crime outside her 3rd Avenue location since reopening 6 months ago. Yesterday, after a man was shot and killed nearby, she said she's done worrying about the safety of her employees. She's closing her downtown shop until further notice. And the cold is gone, but the rain is back. The National Weather Service says the temps will be in the 50s, but we're in for a pretty good soaking. Up to an inch of rain is expected today. That could mean flooding in the rivers. Forecasters are keeping an eye on the Snoqualmie River near Carnation in particular. As the Omicron surge fades, many workers are returning back to the office. Microsoft starts with their back-to-office plan today. That's 57,000 people in the Seattle area, and other employers are following suit. But will anyone actually be wearing suits to work anymore? Going back to the office is one thing, but giving up our sweatpants is another. Have no fear, my friends. Shea Jensen is here to give us some insight on what's going on with workplace fashion and what we can do to find a balance. She's in charge of buying men's and women's clothing for Nordstrom. Hey, Shea, really excited to talk to you.
Hey, Diana. It's nice to be here. It is a super exciting time as people are beginning to re-enter the workplace, and we're hearing from customers every day about both their enthusiasm, but also just looking for ideas on what this really means for them.
Exactly. So do I have this right, Shea, that your job is to figure out what clothes people want to wear? And if so, what have you seen over the past few years? Has the pandemic changed our fashion choices and what Nordstrom is offering on the racks?
Yeah, if there's one thing that I think we've learned over the past couple years during the pandemic, it has been that customer behavior changes at very rapid paces. And that means they're looking for different things on a dime. During COVID, we definitely saw, a demand for casual. Categories like active and athleisure and comfort became really critically important to our customers as they were working from home and sometimes not even dressing, formal on the top. Sometimes they were wearing a hoodie on their Zoom calls, but definitely comfort in terms of their bottom half. And yet, as we have all sort of, been thinking about a return to pre-COVID life, there's been demand for dress wear, for dresses, for occasions. I read somewhere recently that spring of 22 had more weddings on the books than any year in sort of recent history, as there was sort of a backlog of weddings postponed during the pandemic. And, our dress category is one of the top performing categories across apparel. That was not the case at this time a year ago. And so, we think about how we can adapt and change and adjust our assortment to meet the needs of customers, but we know that they're changing fast.
Yeah. Okay. So what I feel like I'm hearing you say, Shea, is, people still want to be cozy. People still want to have that, but they also are excited to get back into having clothes be an expression of the occasion and dressing up and celebrating moments in life that have passed us by for the last 2 years.
Yeah, you said that really well. It's a return to life and a celebration of that and things we've missed about life before the pandemic, but also being able to apply the things that we've learned. It's okay to be comfortable. It's okay to wear an elastic waist pant to work. At the same time, you might pair that elastic waist pant back with a fantastic, sharp new blazer and a heel. But if one thing is for sure, it's that people are confident and they want to reflect their personal style and they dress for the occasion. And work is a lot of occasions on any given day. I think we've also all learned that we can work from home. We can work in hybrid ways. There's times we want to be together. There's times our business might need us to be together. But there's times when it works well to be cozy and comfy at home as well.
Yeah. So for those who are going to be living this hybrid life, right, who can go into the office but also work at home, there's going to be a wardrobe for that. Wardrobe changes. And this is the thing a lot of our coworkers, and I know I want to know. I'm wondering if our idea of what's acceptable to wear in the workplace is not just changing, but also what's acceptable. So we crowdsourced some things that our coworkers love wearing at home. And I want just a quick, like a yes or no. Are these things okay to wear on an average day in the office? And remember, we're in Seattle. First up, shorts. Are shorts allowed in the workplace year round?
Yes. Yes.
Hiking boots.
Absolutely.
Soft pants. Leggings.
100%. Elastic waist pants are one of the biggest emerging trends coming out of COVID. And there's a sense of formality around some of them too.
Oh, really? Tell me more about that. Formality with elastic waist stretch pants. I want more of these.
Yeah, well, think about, I think one of the things that's been really exciting is to see the transformation of fabrication. A stretch wool pant with an elastic waist that looks really formal but feels really comfortable and pairs back really well with a stretch blazer, for example, or something of that sort. But we've also seen the trend of sweatpants, cozy sweatpants being paired back with a heel, a casual tee and a really sharp blazer. And so again, I think we could go through this lightning round, but I think there's so much that's fair game now. It just depends on, what your work occasion is, what you're doing for the day, and how you want to best represent your personal style.
Okay. So I'm feeling like I'm hearing everything's probably going to be yes. Last three ones. Fuzzy socks. Is it okay to wear fuzzy socks to work? Oh, you're thinking. Shay's thinking.
Well, I'm just thinking that I work for, Nordstrom, who was founded as a shoe store. And so I'd like to say, you got to have shoes on over those cozy socks.
That was another question. Could you not rock any shoes and just wear the cozy socks?
Shoes are a must, says the
must.
woman from a shoe retailer at heart.
There's probably safety implications there too, right? OSHA standards. I'm
True.
sure we can get into that. So no fuzzy socks without shoes. I hear that, but hear me out. What about slippers? Maybe with a matching robe.
I'd probably say no around the office. But maybe if you're working from home for a day.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I will not try to add that to my
That's fun.
My list of clothing items. Yeah. Thanks for playing. Thanks for being a good sport. Do you have things in your arsenal, a few favorite items that you like to wear at home, and then when you go back into the office that you're excited to wear, just for you personally?
Yeah, for sure. I think denim is critical. And, denim was a category that was strong before COVID, performed really well during COVID. I think with the impact of casualization, denim isn't always comfortable, but...
No, hard pants, Shay, no.
And buttons, but it is versatile. It is versatile and something that can carry you from day to night. And it is really, really, really coming on strong now. And, we're seeing that denim is going to be a critical category. And it is for me, whether that's my skinny jean that I wear with a heel and a blazer, if I want to feel a little more dressed up, or maybe a straight leg jean with a combat boot and a wrap coat or something. Denim is really critical to me. A couple of core pieces that are sort of go-tos for me are black blazer, really goes with anything, especially those jeans, a combat boot, which is really comfortable and, I think can take you, all the way from day into night. A great white t-shirt is critical for me, and throw some great necklace over that and you can really, really dress it up. And then, of course, denim being the heart of everybody's wardrobe.
Okay, so I'm hearing a lot of you got to have a blazer because you can kind of dress it up, dress it down. It makes everything look fancier. You need some type of jean, even if it has an elastic waistband. That's what I'm hearing, right? Some type of jean bottom.
I actually think you need a few types of jeans. You may want to throw on your baggy, wide leg jeans one day. Again, throw your skinnies on a different day. But, having denim as sort of core to your wardrobe is really, really important.
Okay. I'd also love to know if you have any pandemic clothing confessions or know people who do, Shea. Like, are there clothing choices that you regret or that people around you, or maybe you regret seeing on people around you?
That's a great question. I think if I reflect back, there's been many times where, the sort of dressy on top, super casual on bottom maybe bit me a little bit as I maybe stood up and forgot that I had the sweatpant on the bottom, and it even potentially completely clashed with what was happening on, above the keyboard, as we like to say. So,
yeah.
I think those certainly are regrets. And of course you saw examples of, newscasters or
yes.
whoever it may have been that maybe even forgot to put the extra layer on down below and stood up and, it was a time. It's really hard to believe that when we set forth to work from home, we thought maybe it would be 2 weeks, and it's really been 2 years. But I think we've all, learned how to make it work and are taking some great lessons with us, and bringing back some of our, most cherished fashion habits as well.
Shea Jensen, Executive Vice President for men's and women's clothing at Nordstrom. Thank you so much for talking to us and sharing those really great tips.
Thanks, Diana, and good luck as you get back to the office. We're sure excited to see what happens and watch things develop.
Thanks for listening. Clare McGrane produced today's show. Matt Jorgensen does our theme music. I'm Diana Opong. See you tomorrow.